Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon to one and all. My name is Uday. Today I am going to teach you MERN Stack. Okay, what is mean by MERN Stack? Those things I will tell you later. Before going to MERN Stack, today what I am going to tell you, what I am showing you is today I will show you how Instagram login. Today I will show you how Instagram login works internally. Today I will show you how Instagram login works internally, and we will build a similar system and we will build a similar system. Okay. For example, Gmail login, okay, Amazon login, like that, Instagram login, how it works internally, and we will build a similar system. Today I will show you that one. Okay. Before going to discuss those things, what is mean by somebody have some doubt? What is mean by web development and what is mean by MERN stack and what is the difference between MERN stack and web development? Is both same or different? Like that, few of the students will have doubt initially. See, web development is nothing but a broad term for the process of building and maintaining websites or web applications. Okay, maintaining websites or web application. It includes various roles like front end, back end, and full stack development. Okay, for front end, see, it can use different kinds of technologies, such as for back end, Python or Django, they use PHP and Laravel, they use Java, Spring Boot, they use, or Ruby and Rails, they used. For front end, they used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Different technologies they are using in web development. Okay, not a specific technology. But a MERN stack means it's a full stack framework consisting of four specific technologies. See, web developments, any type of technology, these are all backend technologies. Okay. In front end, they are going to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or React frameworks, or Nest.js framework, or Vue.js framework, or Angular.js framework. Its decision depends upon the client requirement. But in MERN stack means specific technologies they are going to use. MERN means MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js, all JavaScript related specific technologies. This is nothing but a MERN stack. Today I am going to teach you about MERN stack. Okay, now you understand, right? What is the difference between web development and MERN stack? See, MERN stack is restricted to a JavaScript and only environment for both client side and server side. Okay, MERN stack is a subset of web development. Every MERN developer is a web developer, but not every web developer uses the MERN stack. Web developer means any type of technology they are going to use. In backend, Python or Django they are going to use PHP, Laravel, they are going to use Java, Spring Boot, they are going to. In frontend, they are going to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, they are going to use. Depends upon the client requirement, they are going to use any kind of technology. But MERN stack means specific JavaScript technologies. That means MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js. Sir, I heard about the term like MERN stack also. What is meant by MERN stack? MERN stack means instead of see, means MongoDB, Express.js, same. Here R means React.js, but A means AngularJS. Node.js. Okay, that is the difference. Well, all are JavaScript related specific technologies only. See, here web development is a job means MERN is one particular type of toolbox. Okay, we can use to get the job done. This is an example. Okay, you see, web development means so many technologies we can use in both front end and back end. Okay, while designing. MERN stack means specific technologies we are going to use for building the modern web applications. Okay, for example, web applications like social media platforms or real-time chart applications. These are all things we are going to use MERN stack. Okay, okay. Today, what I am going to tell you is I need to tell you few of the concepts before going to start anything. What is the history of web? See, Web applications means what? To develop web applications only we are using MERN Stack or web development, anything. Or maintaining websites or building web applications. What is meant by web? Web means www. Okay, it is a system where we can. It is a system access where we can access information using the internet. By using the internet we can access information is nothing but a web. Initially 1989 Tim Tim Berners, okay, invented web, okay. 1999 one what happened means first website created. Up to that time there is no website, okay. First website created in 1991. In 1995 javascript was introduced. JavaScript introduced. Okay, in today, what happened? In today's market, what happened? Dynamic apps, dynamic dynamic applications. Apps means applications. What are those dynamic applications? YouTube, okay, Instagram. These are all dynamic applications. Okay, it is connected to the database and then it is getting the data from the database and it is displaying the data. Okay, examples. Earlier what happens is only static applications will be there. Static pages only they are going to create. For example, static pages means what? Just text data, just text. Now what happens? Interactive interactive applications means login, videos, okay, start. These all are interactive applications. See, what is the thing means first initial before interactive or dynamic applications, what happens? User sends then static HTML and then display. Now what happens? User sends request server to database to what we are going to get? Response. What we are going to get? Response, and then it is going to display the page. Okay, this is the difference between static and dynamic web pages. See, interactive or dynamic both are same. Static means just user is to static HTML and then displaying the web page. Just writing the HTML and then displaying. Here, server connects to database and then the response comes from the database and then it is displaying the web page. Okay, next, client server architecture you need to understand. That is the history of web and this is the client server architecture you need to understand. Client server architecture you need to understand. See, client means what? Your device. Client is customer. For example, your device, mobile or laptop. Client means. Server means what? Computer that gives data. See, for example, if you enter Amazon.com, where in client means mobile or laptop, then internally what happens? It connects to server connects to database, and from the database, that Amazon products is going to display in the front end web page. Okay, user interface. See, for example, it's like a restaurant. Here in restaurant, what is the client? You means customer. Server means what? Kitchen. Kitchen is nothing but a restaurant. What is the server? It's like a kitchen. Request means what? Order food. You are ordering food. Response means what? Food served. I'm sorry. Food served is a response. Okay. What happens? Client. Client means what? Browser. Browser means Mozilla, Google. These are all browsers. From client browser to request, and from request to you are requesting what you are requesting. You are ordering food, and then it goes to kitchen server. After kitchen, what happens? It process. After process, what happens? Response. Response is what? Food served. Okay. To whom? Client. Client means you. Okay. This is how the process is going to happen. I will show you an example. I will show you a practical example. What is meant by client server architecture? See, a simple server simulation I am doing. Request is equal to give me home page. If request is equal to give me home page, then a response is equal to welcome to website. If request is equal to this one, so request what? Give me home page only. If that is the request, then this is the response. Then print response. What is the output you are going to expect? Welcome to website. See, welcome to website you are going to get. That is an example of client server simulation architecture. Okay. Next, what happens here? Client is sending request. Server checks. See, client sends request. Client sends request. Next, what happens? Server checks request. Next, what happens? Server sends response. Server sends response. Okay. So, welcome to website is the answer. Okay. Next, what happens? How website will work? Next, how website will work? Sir, you click on Amazon.com. How the request will go, or how the see? I will show you how website will work. Amazon.com is one website. Amazon.com is one website. See, when I click on Amazon.com, it is showing this web page. How that much fast it is showing this web page. See, when I click on this product, immediately that product related information. How you can get means this is the user interface. This is the client side. Internally, it client request sends to server process, and server connected to the database, and in the database, this particular related information is there. That is again it is going to send the response, and then it is going to display the response. Okay, this is how the website works. Internally, request and response will works like this. Okay, next. Next, what happens? Next, what happens? Tell me. Like client send request, server sends request, and server process request and connected to database, and then gets the response. See, for example, how the website will work? You open youtube.com. You open youtube.com. You open youtube.com. For example, www.youtube.com you open. What happens? Second, DNS lookup will happen. DNS lookup, domain naming service, it is going to check. Okay, domain naming service means internally youtube.com will convert into IP address. For every domain, there will be an IP address will be there, like 127.250. Okay, XXX and so on. Some IP address will be for every domain. This is the domain. For this domain, internally it is having, it converts to IP address. It is nothing but a DNS lookup. Next, what happens? Request sent. Request sent. When browser sends to server, what is that request? HTTP request. HTTP request. Then what happens? Server is going to process. server processing happens. Server processing happens in the sense, so what server will do? Server will check request. Server will check request. Fetches data from database. Fetches data from database. Okay. What happens? Server to browser. Server to browser. Browser means client side. Okay. Browser related technologies only HTML, CSS and JavaScript only it will support. Okay. Last, browser. What happens after getting the response from the server? Browser rendering will happen. Browser rendering means what? Browser shows page. Web page browser is showing. This is how the website will work. This is how the website will work. When you open Amazon.com or YouTube.com, internally DNS lookup will happen. It converts to IP address and then request send browser to server HTTP request. Then server process checks request and fetches data from the database, and from server to browser it will send. Browser only supports HTML, CSS and JavaScript technologies. Then browser rendering happen and browser shows the web page. Okay, this is how the processing will happen. What happen? User to URL, URL to DNS, DNS to server, server to process, process to response, response to browser, browser to display. These many steps are going to do internally. Okay. Next, I will show you the simulation how website will work. I will show you one more code. See, website works. This is the code. I written URL is equal to youtube.com. For this I converted to DNS lookup IP address. This is the IP address for this youtube.com. If URL is equal to youtube.com, if URL is equal to youtube.com, if URL is equal to youtube.com, YouTube only now we are taking, then data is equal to YouTube homepage print data. So what is the output that we are going to get? YouTube homepage data. See, YouTube homepage data, you are going to get the data. Okay, this is how the website will work. Okay, next, what happens? What happens when you open a website? First one is history of web. We discussed client server architecture. We discussed how website works. We discussed, okay, before website works, what we discussed. First, history of the web, MERN and web applications we discussed. Web application history we discussed. Client server architecture we discussed. How website is working internally we discussed. Next, what happens when you open a website we will see. See, when you open a website like www.google.com, what happens means it converts, already told you, it converts domain naming service to IP address. Domain naming service to IP address. Then what happens? TCP connection. TCP connection. TCP connection means browser connects to server. Browser connects to server. Then HTTP request. For example, what is meant by HTTP request? Get or post. Okay, HTTP. Okay, 1.1 like that. Okay, next, host. What is the host here? Google.com. Google.com. Here, when you open a website, it converts name to IP address in DNS resolution, and then it checks the TCP connection. That means browser connects to the server and then HTTP request. Okay, after HTTP request, what happens? Server processing. What happens? Server, it runs backend code. That means Node.js, Python, okay, etc. Next, what happens? It fetches the data from the database. And then HTTP response. and then HTTP response. Status, what is the status? Status 200. Okay. Okay. Content, what is the content? HTML page. HTML page. Then browser render, browser rendering. Browser, what happens? HTML page displayed, read HTML, apply CSS, applies CSS, and then runs JS JavaScript. Okay. Finally, full web page to full web page visible to user. Visible to user. These many steps are done. See, when you open a website like google.com, initial DNS resolution, that is converts IP. For every Google URL also they have some IP address. We converts name to IP address. Then TCP can browser sends to server and HTTP request, get request they are going to use, and then get means read the data, and then server processing, server they are going to use this technology is fetching the data from the database, and then it is going to give the HTTP response status 200. Okay. HTML page, finally browser rendering happens, read HTML, apply CSS, runs JS, and finally full web page visible to the user. Okay. This is how the processing will happen. For example, if you order a food in Swiggy, what happened? Initially you open app, you open Swiggy app, then what happens? Select food you want, whatever the food you want you can select. Then what happens? Request sent. Request sent, what happens? Restaurant prepares. Restaurant prepares, then delivery to you. Delivery to you, like that. Okay. See, browser, server, and then see, browser, server, and then response. Browser, server, and then response. Okay. This is how the processing will happen. Web means what? A collection of websites. Client means your browser. Server means data provider. Okay. And request means asking the data. Response means getting the data. Okay. Next, this is the things. See, I will show you same client server example in Java also. I want to show you client server example. I want to run and I want to show you Java. See, I will show you. Same code whatever we written in Python, same code I am returning in Java also. I am returning in Java also. See, client server demo I written. Okay, public static void means string request is equal to new me home page. Here what happens? Client is sending the request. Client is sending the request. Next, server process request. So string response. That means here server is processing the request. Response here what is doing? Server will store response here. Server is storing response here. If request dot equals me homepage, then response is equal to welcome website. Okay. This is what client asked. Then what is the thing? Response is equal to for not found error you are going to get. When we run this code, what happens means, see, I will show you. When we run this code, client server demo.java, client server demo, see, welcome to website. Same thing here also in Python we written. Same thing. Give me home page, response is welcome to website. Same output you are going to get also in Java, but there I am writing code in Python. Here I am writing code in Java. Okay. Next, I will show you how website works. I told you now. For this, what is the example I told you? See, this is the example. URL IP. If URL is equal to youtube.com, response data is equal to YouTube homepage. This is the output. Okay. Same thing when I am returning in, when I am writing Java, how the code will look like, you will see. See, I will show you. I will show you. No need to worry at all. I will show you. I will show you. See, website flow. See, string URL is equal to user enters website youtube.com. It converts to IP address. Okay. Then what happens? Server response. Server response means what happens? Server checks. See, server response means it stores the response data. If URL equals YouTube, data is equal to this. Else website not found. So here that URL what YouTube only. So data where YouTube homepage data it is going to display output. So YouTube homepage data it is going to display the output. Java C website flow.java. I have given name like that. Website flow. See, YouTube homepage data and this is the IP address. Okay, YouTube IP address is this. This will YouTube is converted to IP address, and then if it is YouTube, then data YouTube homepage data is going to display here. Okay, see next what happens when you open a website, that we will see. When you open a website, what happens we will see. Next example I will show you what happens when you open a website. I will show you. No need to worry about everything. I will tell you. This is the first class only 1% only I am telling in every first class. Okay, don't think that sir is telling everything. So many things are there. Okay, first class means I will show you overview. Okay, see URL is equal to google.com. Internet DNS resolution it is converted into IP. Next, sending HTTP request. Okay, getting means reading. HTTP request sent. Server process 200. Okay, string content is equal to Google homepage. What happens here? User types website. DNS converts to IP address. Browser sends HTTP request. Server says what is the server response here? 200. Okay, okay is the status. If it is okay, content is equal to Google homepage. Okay, content is equal to Google homepage. Okay, server sends what web page content. Okay, Google homepage is the web page content, and browser displays that homepage. See, I will show you. Java next Java C full website process of Java full website process. User entered google.com. This is the URL. It converts to IP address. This is the IP address of google.com. And request and HTTP request sent. Okay, and then response is 200 status. 200 means okay. And finally displaying the page. What is the page? In HTML we written Google homepage. So it is written in Google homepage. This is how you are going to write a code in Java. Okay, previously I already show you an example related in same examples in Python. Now I am showing in Java also. Okay, why I am showing in Python and Java means you need to understand the difference between those two things. Okay, next what happened? These are the things we discussed up to now. Okay, next I will tell you few of the things also. No need to worry, I will tell you each and everything. Today what I told you. Next, what is a website? Whatever after what we discussed, what are the topics we discussed? History of the web, client server architecture. What is a website? How website works? How what happens when you open a website? Everything we say, everything we explained. What is a website? A Swiggy example I already told you. You ordered food, server goes to the restaurant and food delivered. That means browser sends to request to server will give the response. Next, HTML form in the sense form page. How you are going to create a form page. See, these are the things you already know. HTML form pages, how you are going to create. In HTML form it is going, see, I don't want to write everything from the Google itself. I am going to take HTML form. because I don't want to write everything. W3 skills, everything will be there. Basics. Okay, you can take the basics from W3 schools also. No need to worry. Okay. See, form, because I don't want to write everything manually. That's why I'm copying and pasting. See, form, these things no need for you. I will tell you whenever it's needed. See, form input type is equal to text. Okay, placeholder is equal. See what happens here. I am giving the label f name. See what happens here. Label for first name, and also for last name. First name and last name. I am giving a label. Input type is equal to text. That's why I am returning John Doe like that. Text I am returning. ID is equal to f name. This name is equal to f name. Okay. Next value is equal to John. Okay. Finally, I am submitting this one. Internally, like this you are going to get, because you need to write PHP code also. Okay, no need to worry about these things. I will explain you later. Just I am telling. See, like that you are going to create the form pages. Like that you are going to create the form pages. Okay, next. Oh, what it is doing, what is input, how the data is going to correct. See, I will tell you an example. Instead of first name last name, I am going to give the username and password and button. Instead of submit, I am giving the login button. Instead of first name and last name, I am using username and password. Instead of submit, I am using login. That means login page you saw now for everything on Amazon or anything. Login page means username, password, and then login. If you submit, you can do, then it will log in into that web page. Okay, see, backend introduction. How backend means what? Node.js. Here I am using Node.js. Node.js in the sense, you like this you have to create. It requires Express.js. Okay, require Express. Like that you need to write the code, this module. Next, I will explain you everything. No need to worry right now. If you want Node.js, then you have to do like this. Okay, then app.get. Okay, app.get request comma response not send hello. Okay, next, this is how what happens here. And application dot listen 3000 is the port number. Okay, what happens here? Here server we are taking, and then we are routing, and then request and response we are doing. See, this connects both. What happened next? Connect both front end and back end. But if you want to connect both front end and back end, then you need to use app.post app.post. Okay, login comma request comma response like this you need to use response dot send login successful like that you need to write the code. Okay, this is how you need to write the code for connecting both front end and back end. What you are doing here, you are entering the you are going to enter the login, and then server checks here, and then it sends the response login successful. This is how the process will be. And then what happens? MongoDB, real database concepts, what it will do? It stores username and password. Okay, user submits form. See, in form page you are writing username and password and then you are submitting. Okay, here your backend, in backend you are writing the code, you are routing, and then you see here server you are taking, and then you are routing, and then request and response you are doing, and then here what happens, you are connecting both front end and back end, and then what happens, whenever you enter the login, server checks and then it sends response. How it sends response? It connects to MongoDB. Now, in MongoDB means what? No SQL database. Why we are using SQL? To store data. What data here? Users data. Users data in the sense what happens? Username and password. Username and password. See, username. Username. What username you take? Suppose for example, admin is the username. Admin is the username. Password. Password. From backend database, this data is there. See, 123. 123. Okay, that it will take and then it will display. That it will take and then it will display. Okay, what happens is user and like user form open, and then submitting the form, and then it goes to server, and server connects to DB, and then what happens, response comes like this. Okay, this is an example of login system or sign up system in Instagram or Amazon or anything. Okay, login system or sign up system in Instagram or Amazon or Facebook or anything. Okay, see here what we are doing is one more thing we are doing here, we are providing security. How the security we are providing? By using JSON web token. JSON web token, that means JWT we are using. JWT we are using for security purpose here. Security in the sense password. See, password should be encrypted. No need to display the password. It should be encrypted. For that purpose, JWT we are going to use in real applications. Okay, these are the things we are using. What happens? User, these many things we are doing. Okay, next, tell me what happens. Did anybody know? HTML code you already know. I will explain you later sessions, but I want to show you one example. But I want to show you one real-time example. Everything I will cover in that example. Okay, everything I will cover. Yeah, I will show you one example for Instagram account or Gmail account or any type of login systems. It will be looking like this only. It will be looking like this only. This is an example of login project. Any login system. Okay, I created models, inside models I am using user.js. See, in index.html I am writing code, login up, sign up, and I am taking. See, input type is equal to test name is equal to username, placeholder to create username, email, password, or submit. This is the sign up things. Okay, like that login things also I written. Two forms I am taking. One is for login, another one is for sign up. See, like that. For that I created styling, and then what happens? I write the code for what happens? I write the code for server.js. Server.js in the sense what? Browser sends the request to server, no? Server will process the data, no? For that is nothing but backend technologies I am using. Express.js and Node.js, and then NoSQL database like MongoDB. See, for that purpose, and this is just used for converting domain naming address to Google is converted it to that particular IP address, like that. Okay, this is the thing I used. I will tell you why. What are the things you are doing here means I will tell you. See, this is the code actually. In this we are using, I already explained you about it. In this we are using Express.js as well as Node.js I am using. Sir, what are those technologies? Means it's JavaScript related technologies. Okay, for backend related things. For backend related things, those are the JavaScript based technologies. Okay, I will tell you this entire things in a step by step, each and everything. See, if you know this thing in real time, you have to develop the login system. Front end page only, login only, no. For any code, for anything, login page is the crucial thing. I will show you what are the things that you are doing in login. What are the things that you are doing in login? I will show you each and everything. No need to worry at all. Give me 1 minute, please. So tell me. So yesterday he went to home, sir. Yeah, for that purpose he is continuously calling me. Okay, sir. I will call you later. Okay. See, HTML part we will go first initially. I will tell you. In HTML part, when a user clicks login, see, when user clicks login, method is equal to post. Okay, what happens when user clicks login? Data goes to /login route. Then input name is equal to username. Name is equal to username means what? It stores username is equal to user input. See, in login page, username, you have to return something in the text box, right? That is nothing but you are writing some text in the, that what is the test? Username. That is the test. Okay, next, what happens? Similarly, password also. In login page. Okay, next, button. When you submit, what happens? Login button, form is submitted. Then what happens? Data goes to server. Data goes to here. Okay, then backend part, data goes to here. In backend part, what happened? It import express module. That's why it is writing const express is equal to require express. It is used to create server. Then server object is going to create. That's why const app is equal to express. Server object is going to create. It import express, and then it is used to create server. Then server object is going to create. Okay, then server object is going to create. What happens? App.use. See, app.use of body parser URL encode extended true is then what it is doing? Converting that form data into a readable format. When app.get, see, when app.post is the app.get, when app.get, when user opens dashboard.html, what happens? HTTP localhost 3000 is going to display. Okay, it shows HTML page. Okay, then file will send, it shows HTML page. Then file will send to the browser. Okay, and this is the thing. Similarly, app.post also same thing. App.post login also same thing. What happens? When form is submitted, no, username, password and everything is submitted. Then request.body, it contains username, password. In request.body, it contains username, password. If username is equal to admin, if username matches, then if username is equal to admin and password, that is equal to 1 2 3, it is here checking credentials. User not found, invalid password, matches with username. If matches means it will return. If doesn't matches means it will same thing, it will send response to the browser. See, these many things will happen. What happens when user, first thing, user opens user opens, type http://localhost:// 3000 is the port number. Okay, that is the listening port number. Then server sends HTML page. Then user enters. See, user open this one. Server sends HTML page. Then user enters username and password. Okay, then click login button. Then form sends post request. Form sends post request to login. Then server receives data. Server receives data. Server checks credentials. Server checks credentials. Then send response, and then browser show result. These many steps are happening internally. These many steps are happening internally. For example, username is equal to username admin, password 123. Okay, if matches means login successful. If mismatch means login unsuccessful. Invalid credentials. These things only we written in the server.js. See, if login successful means okay. See, invalid here somewhere we written invalid password like that, invalid credentials like that we written. Okay, here we are bypassing bcrypt. It is a library for hashing. Hashing means what? We are making the password in a secure format. That is nothing but a hashing. For that hashing I am using bcrypt. Okay, that's these are the things. This is an example of Instagram account. Okay, I will show you. I will run and I will show you. Okay, these many things we need to do. Okay, and one more thing is what happens here. User enters data in form, data goes to server, server checks data, server sends response. So these many things will happen. Okay, next what happens, I will show you. npm, I will show you, no need to worry at all. Timbernously, I will show you. To run this one we need where is that code? Oh shit. These are the previous class codes. Okay. This code, what are the things required? Okay, to run this code, what are the things required is first npm init -y required. Sorry, when we run these things, package JSON. See here, JSON file will created. Package JSON and package.log JSON. Okay, next what are the things we required? Tell me. Next, what are the things we required? Did you know React.js previously? No, right? This is the first time. Okay. Next, what are the things we required? We need and see Express we used, right? Express we used, right? Import Express, right? For that purpose, what we need? npm install Express, and body also we need, right? For reading HTML here. Body parser MongoDB. So Mongoose. Next, bcrypt for hashing, secure password purpose. We is the library bcrypt. Next, what we are using? JSON web token, JWT we are used. JSON web token. Okay, these many things. JSON token, what it is doing? It is stored in cookie parser. Cookie parser, these many things, npm install express body parser, and then mongoose bcrypt json web token, and then cookie parser. When we run this thing, what happens means it will install all those things which are required for the server JS. Okay, next node server.js, node server.js, node server.js. Okay, cd space login project, node server.js. Now it is connected. See, server running at so and so connected to MongoDB Atlas, and then it is fetching the data, and then finally it is going to display the login page. I will show you that login page. Any login page, it will be looking like this only. See, which is the registration login page. See, I am first I am signing. I am doing sign up. 1 2 3 I given here. Sign up. See, sign up successful. Once here, admin only, instead of 1 2 3 I am going 3 2 3 4. Then what happens? See, invalid password. Then what I need to do? Again 1 2 3 I am going to give it. Then what happens? No thanks. Then what happens? I will show you. Admin 1 2 3. Then what happens? Invalid password, and this is also invalid password. Okay, I will give you one more password. ABC sign up successful. Next, here I am going ABC invalid password. It is showing. Why it is showing invalid password? See here, sign up successful. Okay, right. Again I need to run, I think. Okay, admin ABC invalid password. Oh, something I have typed there. Okay, I will check. Again I need to start. Create username, ram, enter email, raj@gmail.com. Create password. Password is successful. No thanks. Ram. Same password you need to give, otherwise invalid credentials it is going to show. Otherwise invalid credentials it is going to. Okay, leave it. I will tell you why. Invalid password, some other password I given. Invalid password. This is the different password, I think. Again I need to remember password. Right. Raju. Okay, and then create password. @123. Sign up, save. Okay, next Ramu. See, welcome to dashboard. Previously, instead of @ I am giving some other keyword there. That's why that another number I am giving. That's why it is showing invalid password. See, whenever you are whenever you are initially sign up, right? At that time, whatever the credentials that you are giving there, that credentials only you are going to use in login details also. So here password mismatch means invalid password it is showing. Here password matched. That's why welcome to dashboard. You are successfully logged in. Then what? If you don't want means you can log out. See, logged out. Okay, this is an example of Instagram account, Gmail account, and like this. See all real-time examples. See in everywhere you can go. Here also in Amazon.com also you can see login details, sign in or create account. It is asking. Once you sign up, then you can use those credentials to log in like that. Okay. Next, this is an example we discussed it. Next, what I need to tell you is what is mean by MongoDB. Those things I need to explain to you. See here, what happens? What happens here? User opens website, HTML form loads, user enters sign up data, then request sign up request you are doing, and then server hashes password, then stores in MongoDB. User tries login. Once you request to login page, then server checks database and then compare password. If mismatch means invalid password, otherwise it sends respond. Okay, these many things will happen at a time. These many things will happen at a time. This is the flow of the Instagram account or Gmail account or any Amazon account or Flipkart account or anything. Okay. Next I need to tell you few of the things. See, I will need to come to MERN Stack. What is mean by MERN Stack? Now it's time to come to MERN Stack. MongoDB, Express.js, right? Next, React.js. MERN Stack means AngularJS instead of React.js. Node.js. Okay. React.js is it's a JavaScript library. Okay. All JavaScript libraries it is going to use, and then it is creating the user interface. Okay. What happens? What user sees on the screen? See Amazon.com. I clicked. What are the web page that you are seeing there? Okay. Instagram. In Instagram, login page, feed page, like button, all UI related things. See in Instagram, login page, feed page, like button, all UI related to the React. React. Okay. For example, button clicks. What happen? Button clicks. What happen? UI changes. UI changes. Okay. React handles what? React handles what? React handles buttons, forms, pages, buttons, forms, pages, UI update. UI means user interface. Whatever the web page you are seeing in Amazon, this is nothing but user interfaces. Okay, buttons, forms, pages, and UI updates. Node.js. Node.js is nothing but a backend like Python, Java. These are like that. Node.js is also a backend technology. It is used to run on JavaScript on server. To run JavaScript on server. See, server.js are written, right? That is nothing but a Node.js there. It is used to run JavaScript on server. It is nothing but a heart of the application. Heart of application or brain of application, anything you can call. See, for example, Swiggy you ordered. When you ordered food, what happens? Server process request. That processing is nothing but Amazon. Sorry, Node.js. When you ordered food, what happens? Server process request. Server process request. That processing is nothing but that processing is Node.js. Okay, it runs JavaScript on server side. What it will do? Say React handles forms, pages, UI updates. Node.js handles logic requests, server operations, logic requests, server operations. Server operations Node.js will handle. Next, Express.js. Express.js. Node.js is a backend engine. Node.js is a backend engine, but Express.js is a backend framework. Backend framework. Express.js is a backend framework. It is a framework. It is a framework. So what is the difference between backend engine and backend framework? It is a framework built on Node.js. Express.js is a framework built on Node.js to handle requests easily. For example, shortcut or helper for Node.js. Okay. Examples like traffic police. Traffic police is the best example. It directs requests properly. Here it is routing actually. Direct requests properly. For example, I already show app.get route of a slash login like the request comma response dot send hello, right? It handles app.get. Okay, app.get request comma response response dot send off hello response dot send off hello. Okay, response dot send off hello. Okay, here what it is doing, it handles request routes. It handle routes like what it handles like login, sign up, these all things. Okay, Node.js is a backend engine and Express.js is a backend framework which is built on Node.js that handles requests easily. Okay, Node.js, React.js handles buttons, forms, pages, UI updates, but Node.js handles logic. Okay, logic, server operations, requests, and everything. Okay, here it handles routes like what? Routes like login page or sign up page. Okay, next MongoDB. MongoDB, it stores data. See, it's a NoSQL database. NoSQL means not only SQL. Okay, NoSQL is different. SQL database like Oracle is different. Okay, both are using for storing data only. Storage or memory purpose. Example, Amazon. What it stores? It stores users. It will stores. Products it will stores. Okay, orders it will stores. Everything it will stores. All stored in what? Database. Don't think about spelling mistakes. While I am writing fastly, some mistakes will happen. For example, username I am giving. What username I am giving? Admin. For example. Okay. Password I am giving. 1, 2, 3. Where it will store? It will store in MongoDB. Okay. Users information is stored in MongoDB. Product information is stored in MongoDB. Product address details will be stored in MongoDB. All are stored in MongoDB database. Okay. See what happens here when user means browser. Whatever the browser you are using, Google or Mozilla or anything. What happens? User. Next, what happens? React. What React is doing? It handles form pages, buttons, pages, forms, buttons, pages, UI updates. So all front-end related UI, it is doing. UI means what? UI is nothing but user interface. See, Amazon.com is there now. Amazon.com is there now. This is nothing but a UI. Okay, whatever you are seeing is a UI. Okay, next what you are doing? Front end. Next what you are doing? Node.js. Node.js plus Express.js. Express.js. Node.js is a backend engine. Express.js is a framework built on Node.js. So Node.js handles logic, request, and server operations. Express.js handles requests easily. That means it routing it is doing. Okay, server logic. All server related logic it is going to return. Next, MongoDB. In MongoDB, what you are going to write? See, in MongoDB, what you are going to write? It is a database where you are storing the data like products, order details, users details, everything. And then response came back to the browser. Okay, this is the things happening in the. For example, in Instagram login, what you are doing? I will tell you an example. Instagram login. User as a user, you enter username and password. Okay. As a user, you entered username or password. Here, React is performing forms, pages, buttons, and everything. Then data sent to once you type username and password, then data sent to server. Server means what? Node plus Express.js, where logic performs there. Then what happens? Server will check database. Server will check database. Database means what? MongoDB. MongoDB is nothing but a database. Then if correct, then login success. Else, then what happens? Response shown in the UI. Response shown in UI in React. In React. And this is how the processing will happen. See, it's just whatever I am telling in the class overview. This is just 1% out of 100%. So many things will be there. If you join my full course, then you can get everything. Don't think that by saying this thing, yeah, I understand everything. Understanding is different. Writing the application and writing the code and developing the applications are entirely different. See, this is just 1% whatever I am saying to you. Okay, in my full course, I will cover almost all everything. But if you want to join my full course, then you can go to udayit.great-site.net. This is my website, and then Udayit Tech Academy is my Udayit Tech Academy is my YouTube channel. Okay, at the rate Udayit Academy. At the rate Udayit Academy. I am initially focusing mainly on online trainings only. Okay, I have 16 years of experience in IT field. Okay, this is how. See, in tomorrow's class, today I am uploading this demo class in the Udayit Tech Academy YouTube channel. You can go and you can see. But in tomorrow's class, I don't need to upload only demo classes only. I am uploading there. If you want my full course, then you have to pay the fees in udayit.great-site.net. See, go to this site. See, like that. Let's now we explain sign up on the thing. Go there, full name you can give, email address you can give, password you can give, confirm password, and then you can create account. Then you can click login here, there, then you can log in. Then go to home page. See, by using that login credentials, you can go to home page. See what are the course you want. What is this course? MERN Stack, right? Go down, see MERN Stack. Course fees is 14,999 only. MERN Stack. After discount only I am giving this thing. See, in outside They are charging 1,60,000 also for full stack development, but I am charging only 1,499 because whatever the topics I am taking only 14,999. In outside they will charge 2 lakhs also sometimes. If you go to Bangalore or any other things, they will told you full stack web development. Okay, only 14,999. You can go there and then you can enroll. Login details after sign up, some login details you can know that login details you have to enter and you can log in. There inside that you can go and pay the fees. Okay, before going to pay the fees, if you have any doubts, call me. This is my mobile number 8143279660. This is my mail ID. Okay, you can call me and ask me if you have any doubts. See, like this, so many courses I kept here. You whatever the course you want, you can go, you can sign up, you can log in, and then you can pay the fees. Then I will the demo video classes will be available on YouTube, Udayit Tech Academy YouTube channel. So you can go and see the demo videos. If you are fine for that one, you can sign up here, you can log in here, and then you can select whatever the technology you want. You want this, you want this, you want this, you want this. Then you can enroll it, and then you can pay the fees. Okay. See, MERN Stack is there, and then MERN Stack also there. I think it's not the same fees only for MERN Stack. MERN Stack is instead of React Angular, I am saying MERN Stack also 13,900, 14,000 actually. By mistake 13,000 it is showing. Angular JS we are using. Okay, no need to worry. Whatever the course you want, you can go and you can pay the fees. Okay. See, outsiders, if you go for Bangalore or any other area, they will charge 1 lakh 50, 60, 70,000 also for full stack web development. That means they will teach you men or mean, any one thing. Okay. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can call me or ping me or WhatsApp to my mail, WhatsApp to me on number or anything. Okay. I hope you'll understand that today's class will be. You understand the today's class. Okay, this is the code. Okay, for server.js. I am using Node.js plus Express.js here, and I hope everybody will understand. I hope everybody is understanding today's class. Still you have some doubts. If you have some doubts, you can call me or ping me or WhatsApp to my number. Okay, send WhatsApp to my number. Okay, guys. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks. Bye.